again. And
McGarvey 107, bring him to 1648. McMonigal plus 27, bringing him to 1441. Quinn plus 55, bringing him to 1212. Shields plus 81, bringing him to 1381. There's 120 non-transferable papers in that count. If the votes of James Pat McDaid exceed the quota, I deem him to be elected.
That is the official confirmation. James McDaid, well, he is a happy man. He's arms in the air, punch in the air, illuminated by the flash bulbs of the media taking their pictures. I think a number of Kieran Brogan supporters are back in the hall too to help James McDaid celebrate this victory. And as I was saying in some previous links, you know, he's going to be happy to have exceeded the quotas, and I think we're going to get some olays here now. Yeah, Joyce seats here at what time of the morning is it? 10 to 2. Okay, I'm going to start making my way over to try and get some reaction from James Pat McDaid. He is going to be, of course, posing for some photographs that you'll see in your newspapers over the next few days.
James Pat McDaid has a surplus of party votes, but the distribution of that surplus wouldn't materially affect the progress of the count between. It couldn't elect a continuing candidate, or it couldn't save the lowest candidate from exclusion. So we will now proceed to exclude the lowest candidate and distribute his votes, which is Pascal Blake's 957 votes. Thank you.
Okay, Pascal Blake was in there quite to the end. I'm going to make my way over now and see if we can get a word with James Pat McDaid. As you can imagine, surrounded by lots and lots of people. He's embracing now Kieran Brogan, who's come back to help him celebrate. A few others there, of course, as well. So we can make our way in here. Okay. 1 second now, he's just getting a couple of pictures taken. We're going to get some reaction from James Pat McDaid. 1 moment. James Pat, quick word for Highland Radio. How do you feel?
I'm overwhelmed, so I'm feeling absolutely delighted. We're just all the hard work has paid off, and it's one of the best moments of my life. Just
one of the biggest matches of your life too. You've been in a few though.
I've been in a few, all right. This is a great victory. It's been a great year for me, so it has, and continues now.
Do you feel like a weight's lifted off your shoulders? I said there's been a ton of expectation on you over the last few weeks. Of course, for these people you want to deliver, and for those that voted for you, and you've done that now.
Yeah, absolutely. When my canvassers were going around to the door, they were saying, give this young fella a chance. And now they've given me that chance, and now it's up to me now to deliver for them and work my hardest for them. So
we've lost so many young people flying out of this country. You very well could have been one of those.
Well, it could have been one of those. I was over with my uncle after Christmas for 6 weeks working on them. Things was that quiet, and it's just people like that I want to represent, and it's not fair. People having to leave their own homes and away from their families, going to thousands of miles away, and hopefully we can get as many jobs and stuff back into Letterkenny as possible.
One of the first over, besides your family, of course, and friends, was Councillor Kieran Brogan to congratulate you. This was obviously a team effort between the two of you.
Oh, absolutely. Kieran has been very supportive to me the whole way through, and the same with all my party colleagues, Liam Denny and John Watson. So we're just overwhelmed, and words can't really describe it at the moment. And
well, you're going to have to consider now heading up to Milford for Monday and every other day that we don't report on. Of course, the councillors are up there much more than we'd suggest. But you're looking forward to that challenge, and you're looking forward to getting in there and having your say and representing those who voted for you.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a massive challenge for me now, and at least I'll be able to put full time into it. I'm unemployed myself, so this is going to be my job from now on. I'm going to do my very best for the people of the Letterkenny and Milford.
There you go. Congratulations, James McDaid. So you can't help but get involved in it sometimes when you're in the middle of it, because there's so much emotion, and you can see the relief on that young man's face that he's He's done it for his supporters. So we're getting ever closer now. He's going to be pleased that he exceeded the quota, I'm sure, as I've been saying. 1,759, as it turns out, and it's just a quirk of the way things have gone. You could argue he topped the poll, I suppose, because he's got the most votes so far. Right, there is other matters, though, to contend with now. Charlie McClafferty